If you're looking for the best, cheapest and quickest delivery for 2004 modded accounts, personal mod services and credits, head over to MitchCactus.com. There'll be a link to the website in the description below. What's going on, guys? MitchCactus here, coming back with another Forza Horizon 4 video, and today's video is going to be showing one of the best free money methods currently available that you guys can utilize in Forza Horizon 4. Now, of course, this is one of the most lucrative glitches that you can use, although it's something that I recommend you guys would use probably on a weekly basis. So you play the game for a bit and then cash out on what you've acquired from playing the game to be able to get a few million credits, if not well over 10 million. So this is something that's extremely effective and easy to use whether you're new to the game or you've been playing for a while. Now, if you're new to my channel, then you probably wouldn't be aware, but I make videos like this 4 times a week, and these videos are comprised of the best glitches, tutorials, and of course giveaways. So if you guys like to stay up to date with all the newest and best content, make sure you go ahead and smash that subscribe button and like the video while you're at it, guys. It takes 3 seconds to do and it's completely free. Now, just before I get started, I just want to briefly go ahead and say, if you guys want to be able to get the Forza Horizon 4 modded accounts that were advertised at the start of the video, just a brief rundown, take 20 seconds. They come with 1 billion credits, all rare cars, high level, and they work online on Xbox, PC, and they have way more items, guys, and these can be applied to your personal account, or we can get you sorted with a new standalone email that you guys will be able to log into on Xbox and PC. And we also sell individual credit packages ranging from 120 million to 1 billion. For information and all of the contents as a part of the credit packages and modded account packages, head over to MitchCactus.com. They have a link at the top of the description below. But guys, now we're getting started with the video. So if you guys heard what I was saying the best way to be able to utilize this glitch is by cashing in on what you've acquired from playing the game for a little bit straight into credit. So what I mean by that is, if you've been driving around, you've been doing some races, you've been doing events, what you'll notice, you'll actually start to gradually accumulate a bunch of skill points. Now, before you think, oh, this is a skill point glitch method, I've seen this before, you guys wait and make sure you watch the entire video, because I can assure you there's a bunch of things I'm be showing you guys would have never seen before, and are extremely lucrative, way different from the normal skill point to credit conversion method, which I'll briefly show for those who aren't aware. So basically, if you guys have been racing for a week or so, you'll easily have acquired a few hundred skill points, and that's the equivalent of millions of credits. And I'll show you guys exactly how to maximize that conversion rate of skill points to credits, and how to really cash out on those and buy the next car or house you're after. So first off, let's head to the festival. So to begin, I'm going to be going ahead and showing exactly what I mean by the simple method that everyone, or pretty much everyone, knows of. So go to the auto show, head to Porsche, and you want to go for the 911 Turbo. So this is not the main part of the video, guys. Here's the 911 Turbo 3.3. This is simply something I want to show briefly, guys. So this is not the main part of the video. This is just a simple method, and this is what some people do to convert skill points to credit. So you buy this car for 150,000 credits, and there's actually a credit skill perk in the car mastery part of this car that allows you to convert those 150,000 credits and 19 skill points into 300,000 credits. So you go here, upgrades and tuning, car mastery, and you upgrade the whole left side here. And you can also spend 1 additional skill point and get a wheel spin, which is pretty good value. I'd recommend you guys do that to get some extra credits in cars, etc. And so as you can see, you get 300,000 credits, which means for each time you do this, you profit 150,000. So you can keep doing this over and over again, but there are way better ways to go in and do this. And one of these is concerned with a free barn find car known as the MGB. So if I go in and go into my cars, go barn finds, you'll be able to see that the MGB is actually a free car that each one of you will have one of from a barn find, assuming you've unlocked it. Now, for those who hadn't, who are yet to do so, there's no issue, as you can easily get them off the auction house. But just to show you what these cars contain, if I go ahead and go to MGB GT, these cars contain a credit perk that essentially is the same value for 300,000 credits across 2 perks. It's slightly more skill points, it's 5 extra, so 24 skill points per, but you guys can get these off the auction house for less than 10,000 credits each. Compare that to the Porsche, which is 150,000. That means that you're profiting upwards of 290,000 credits per car. There's one catch with this, and that is that sometimes you're going to be buying cars that have already had these perks used. But I'll be showing you guys exactly how to minimize this and make it extremely unlikely. Guys, if we go ahead and head over to the auction house now and we search for the MGB, so you want to go want to go in and find the MG, and the MG GT will be there. So you can see MGB. Go ahead and go confirm. So first off, you'll see there's a bunch of these. So starting bids, 8,000. Now, if you buy them out, it'll be a little bit more costly, and that's what I normally do, around 17,000 to 21,000. So that's what I normally do. So it's around 20,000 each one on average if you buy them out. The first thing you guys want to look for is on the right. You can see seller, painter, tuner. Make sure painter and tuner are stock, and the color is this dark green. You want to make sure they look like they're completely stock, and of course the upgradability level should be D316. And a last thing you want to look out for is, see if you look at the sellers, you can see their name. There are a few here that are listing a bunch of them at once and have identical names to these. You want to look for ones that look like they're unique and there's just one person selling them, little to know of what the value they can actually provide with the credit perks. So you don't want the red ones, you want the dark green ones. And you want to, let's go for one that looks like it's been listed by someone innocently and they're not just buying a bunch of these. You can see right now the Irvin guy, he's bought a bunch of these, used all the credit perks and relisted them all up. And so you want to look out for ones like that to make sure you're avoiding them. So let's go ahead and look at this one, buy up for 21,000 credits. Now, I'm going to keep it real with you guys. I'm not going to make it seem like it works every time because it doesn't. It works probably 7 out of 10 times if you're using this effectively. But even if you're adjusting for those credit losses and like the 20,000 credits per one in ones that don't work, you're still getting significantly more profit. In fact, it takes around 7 failures to even be on par with the Porsche initial cost of 150,000 credits per car. So I collected this car. Let's go ahead and look at the upgrades and tuning, and you'll be able to see, yep, the car mastery was not used. This is probably what it's going to be like most of the time if you guys follow my steps. Look for ones that are stock, look for ones that have not got the duplicate buyer, and essentially make sure you're looking for ones that are completely stock, like I said, no designs, no tunes, and you're going to have the most further increased likelihood of being able to find ones that are yet to be used, guys. That's the main part of this. And of course, in terms of other things to look out for, also feel free to get that wheel spin for 1 skill point each, and I recommend you guys do this over and over again. Now you can relist these on the auction house if you want. They don't sell too often, but if you want to do so, make a quick dollar, you probably could. But like I said, people are going to see that you're listing up a bunch at once if you're going to be doing that, so it might be fairly obvious. Now next up, the car that's very effective for this is actually going to be known as the Triumph Spitfire 1962. This is the same boat. It's also a buy and find car. Now this is similar effectiveness with the MGB, but a lot less people do this. So it's good that you're going to have a much less likely chance of finding ones that have already been used. So they're around 14,000, 11,000 credits. Let's go ahead and buy this one out. Same rule applies. Look for ones that look like they've never been touched before, and let's go ahead and collect it. Now, in terms of the effectiveness, it's a little bit low with this car, considering in the car there's only 1 credit perk for 200,000 credits, which means if you spend around 14,000 on them, you're going to be profiting 186,000 credits, opposed to the MG, which is around 270,000 if you're buying them out. So the profiting is quite a lot lower, still slightly more than the Porsche, but it has a much higher level of success rate than the MG, based of how often you're going to find ones or come across those of which that have already had the perks used. So as you can see, the credit pack is all the way up there. It's a fair few skill points to unlock 2, but it's definitely a fairly effective way of being able to convert these skill points to credits, just like the MG is. As these are essentially the best ways to be able to convert those skill points you've gotten from playing for a few days or even a week, doing those races, challenging and grinding out those events, and you've got a few hundred skill points. This is how you want to transfer those to credits, guys. So for every single 20 skill points, you're easily getting around 280,000 credits, guys. So if you have 600 skill points, that's over 7 million credits right there, guys. That's all there is to this, or just under 7 million credits. And you can go ahead and buy the next car or house you guys are looking for. So if you really want to stay up to date with the best Forza Horizon 4 glitches, tutorials, and giveaways, head over to MitchCactus.com, guys, and feel free to subscribe to my channel with notifications on, and comment any suggestions or feedback while you're at it. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching.